Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Delle. I have a special reading for you guys today. Before coming on to film, I always do a meditation with Spirit to see what we're, not what we're getting into, but like the format. So I know what decks to use, what cards to bring in, or materials or things like that. Sometimes I get music, I get songs that come through that kind of lead into the way the energy is going to go for the reading. And I'm filming like ahead of time, like in schedule, but so whenever the videos are finding you guys, it's finding you at the time it needs to the most. So I trust in divine timing and it reaches whoever, whenever, when it's supposed to. It occurred to me because I had all this energy of love coming through, and the way the reading was being structured, I kind of was like, time out, Spirit, hold on, because I don't usually do these styles of readings. But then I realized on the calendar, this reading's going to be published on Valentine's Day. So I'm a few weeks ahead of that. So by the time this is reaching you, happy Valentine's Day. It's going to be published on February 14th. So in the United States, Valentine's Day has become this big holiday celebration for expressing love and for doing acts of displays about love. You can, of course, choose to see it from any angle that you want to. A lot of people like to look at it as it's a commercial holiday and it's an advertiser's field day or whatever. But I've always loved Valentine's Day, even as a kid. Whether I had a bunch of parties to go to, or there was Valentine's in school to hand out, and then even as I got older, if I had a partner to celebrate with, or if I didn't, just one day, even though I think every day should be like this, and I try to live my life like that to the fullest and as much as possible, just to have one official day on the calendar that is just devoted to sharing joy and expressing love for each other is just so wonderful to me. So I've always loved Valentine's Day. I reside with divine love so strongly, and maybe you do too, or I hope you do too, or this video inspires you to do that. So the way that we're going to get into the reading, there's actually going to be 3 readings, and I'll put the timestamps in the description box below. We're going to be looking, I'm just going to get my notes because, like I said, this usually if you follow the channel, you know I just kind of go into the channel messages portion of the reading, and then we pick a deck to choose from, and I work out of the deck. Or I did a parsley reading a few weeks ago now that was a wild card in there. So, but anyway, there's going to be 3 groups, and each of them are going to be a different reading. So whichever group, or category falls into, what's drawing your attention, you can click on that group and the timestamp, and I'll take you to that reading. So the first group is going to be people who are already coupled, who are in a committed and healthy relationship. The second group is going to be those who are single watching and who are actively calling in or actively manifesting a committed, healthy relationship. Spirit was very clear and particular about this one, because at first I thought, okay, if the person is single watching, they want a relationship eventually, or they want relationship. And Spirit said, oh, my nose is itchy as I said that. Spirit's saying, no, it's those who are actively calling in or actively manifesting a committed and healthy relationship. So you'll know if that's for you. And then the third group is going to be those who are in a situation. So it's people who can't say that they are in a committed relationship and can't say that they are single, but they are working towards a healthy, committed relationship. So it's not like you are single. So it could be you have a person in mind, but things maybe have been rocky. It could be this is a union you feel, but you're currently in separation. So there's a mending and there's a bridge like that wants to form. So you'll also know if that resonates for you. I recognize not everyone watching is going to fall into those categories, so then this reading's not going to be for you, and that's okay. We always just honor what our intuition is guiding us towards. So again, I'll put a little description of each of the groups in the description box with what I just said in the categories, so that way you can pick the timestamp of which group resonates for you most. We're doing the reading exactly the same way in all of the groups. We're going to be getting 4 tarot cards that talks about you and the relationship, or you and calling in the relationship or the situation. Then we're going to be getting some Lover's Oracle, which are these heart-shaped oracle cards that talks about your person's energy, first your energy, then your person's energy, the energy of the connection, and then as well as where does the connection want to go. If you are single, it's going to talk about your energy first and foremost, because this is about you. Then it'll talk about the potential of what you're calling in, that person's energy, and the potential of the current, or of the relationship that wants to be called in for you. So again, it's are you actively working on calling in this for you? That will resonate for you if you know it's for you. And then the same with the situation. Then we will close the reading out with some whispers of love. So this is going to be advice from the universe regarding the connection or regarding divine love and how it shows up for you in your life at this time. Okay. So I know the description was a bit of a mouthful, but it's more helping me to stay organized and committed to the format of the relationship as it was laid out for me by Spirit. So again, if you want to just skip ahead, you can click to the timestamps in the description box below. A couple of channel messages wanted to come through before I get into each of the groups. One was a song, and I'll add it to the Spotify playlist, which is also in the description box below. It's Since I've Been Loving You by Led Zeppelin. So that song was playing really loudly and strongly, and it just has this very, very deep rooted love feel that's emoting and wants to express itself. So when I was listening to Spirit playing the song for me, I'm like, wow, Robert Plant had such a soulful voice. If you are familiar with Led Zeppelin, you'll know it's just so versatile, but it's just soulful in such a different way, that just the way that he connects to his soul and expresses, himself. And it's more like he channels a story. He's a storyteller through music and his art. It's just like, wow. So felt compelled to share that with you guys. The other message, as I looked away, I saw a big flash of white light. So they're asking me to mention the archangels that I called in for the reading today and who want to be here. So Archangel Chamuel, Chamuel, he is here, and I'm seeing him as a masculine. I do feel like angels are primarily genderless, but they do take on a form of masculine or feminine energy to help us understand their message better, or the purpose that they are bringing to the reading. So that's how they're explaining it to me right now, how it's coming through. So Archangel Chamuel, they're saying it's like Shamuel. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's how I'm hearing it. He's coming in to help with balance, harmony in romantic relationships and connections. So that's his insight he's sharing. And it is from the masculine perspective, it feels like. Archangel Gabriel, I'm getting, is coming from a neutral point of view, neutral perspective, neither masculine or feminine. But I am seeing leaning more towards the feminine, but still neutral. So there's something about receptivity. I'm also getting the energy of Mary Magdalene coming in with this pink energy. And with that, I'm getting she is working with Archangel Ariel. Ariel is 100%, or if not 100%, like 80 to 85% in the divine feminine in this reading. She's bringing in this very pacifying, nurturing energy of allowing things to emote. And the way she's showing this to me is it's almost like the encouragement of a flower to do nothing but bloom into itself. So allowing love to be an expression of a blossoming flower or a rose in bloom. And the softness of the energy with its pink color is just so beautiful. So hopefully you can kind of pick up on that or feel that just by me communicating and holding that space, because the frequency is quite a high vibration and I can feel it all through me, and it just feels extremely pleasant and wonderful, and highlighting the word nurturing, incredibly nurturing and soul soothing. We also have Archangel Raphael here helping with matters of the heart. He is definitely coming through in his masculine. So and then always Archangel Michael as our protector for this reading, always keeping us safe for the channeling and then for the receiving. So on both ends of it, I always call him in to keep us all safe as we're listening to messages through divine love and through nurturance and through a non-judgment space, always at all times. So, okay. Yep. So I'm like, without further ado, we'll get into the readings. So I'm going to shift over to the readings. I will see you in the timestamp below. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like the video and subscribe if you felt it resonates for you, or if you feel it resonates for you after you finish watching. And okay, I will see you in your reading. Happy Valentine's Day. Hi everyone, welcome to the reading. You guys are the couples in a committed and healthy relationship. Congratulations, you're doing it. That's awesome. So we'll see what your cards want to say today. Because the intro was a little lengthy, I went ahead and pulled your tarot cards. That way you don't have to sit here with me while I'm shuffling them. But I will be shuffling out the oracle messages on camera. So I smiled right away. Also, as soon as I hit record, I had to edit it out because it was like a whole minute of just clearing through belching. So I don't know what that's going to be about, but I thought group one doesn't need to sit through me going through that, so I'm just telling you about it. Your bottom of the deck energy was so sweet and special. You have the Two of Cups with the turtle doves here. So it's the Two of Shells in this deck. It's a Spirit Song Tarot. And I'll put that in the description box, but it says union and harmony is the keywords, and I get big time you are in union with your person. So that feels really, really sweet, very nourishing and nurturing and really wonderful. I just feel a lot of sweetness and sweet energy emoting from the card and immersing from the card. So it's like, not only are you bathed in this energy, but you're feeling it, it's flowing through you, and it's very much alive in your connection. So that's really, really awesome. The two tarot cards that flipped over, I have 4 total, but 2 showed themselves right away. The Nine of Cups and the High Priestess. So we have the Penguin and I believe the Bobcat with the High Priestess. So this is you really allowing your intuitive guidance to help guide the way through all aspects of your relationship. I very much feel like the divine God is in communion with your relationship as well. And I'm just getting a sense that you've allowed your relationship to be part of something larger than yourself. I get that you guys are the type of people that when you go out, other people around you, whether they're telling you this or not, are really inspired and aspire to be the kind of couple that you display yourselves to be when you're out. So it's really wonderful. It's very much divine love in itself at practice, but I believe you're able to achieve this level of commitment because you practice this first with yourself. So before you were partnered, or maybe for some of you I'm getting even into the partnership, like it could vary. I'm seeing 1 year, I'm seeing 1 to 3 months, I'm seeing 2 weeks. So it's going to be different for all of you watching. But it feels like you might have really felt into this energy of being in communion or union with yourself. Maybe in the beginning stages, or this was something that you worked on actively with your partner. So, and for some of you, I'm getting you already worked this out in your singledom, and when you came into an aligned partnership, it was like that feeling of self-fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Shells was already there, and so you were very easily able to pick out, oh, that's the person for me. It's, some of you called God in for this, show me, reveal to me who my divine partner is, who you want me to be married to. It's like there is a conversation with God I'm picking up for a lot of you. So that's really wonderful. Very special, I'm hearing, and your relationship is very expansive. It has an expansive effect in your life and in your artifact, I heard. So I think that translates roughly to like what you are leaving behind in the physical for years to come, or for like it could be like your ancestors to come, so descendants, but it's coming through as your ancestors to come. So it could be that I'm getting kind of a message about like you being in the same, like in the soul tribe, soul family, and even like those who are going to be your descendants are actually your ancestors because they're coming back into the cycle of life with you through reincarnation, if you believe that. I'm hearing it's not, even if you believe that, I'm getting spirit saying that's what's happening. So it's just coming through that way. So take what resonates. But with the penguin, the camera is like pointing to this. So what I'm getting with the penguin is it's like you found your person. You know how penguins will present their pebble to their partner and then they accept or they do not. I feel like I'm hearing spirits say you and your partner have accepted each other's pebble and now you're tied in union and matrimony for life. So it's just a really happy energy. I'm really enjoying channeling this reading for you guys. But yeah, there's just, I get with this bobcat, the high priestess, like the smile on the cat, like it's like you know something everyone else does not know. Like you know how easy it actually is to be in love. I'm hearing thank you. Are You Gonna Go My Way by Lenny Kravitz. There's a lyric in there where he's like, we've got to dance and be in love, and that's simple. So that's what I'm getting. I feel like you and your partner definitely go your way. Like you have your path, and you're like, yeah, this is how we do it. This is, I'm seeing that couple that livens up the dance floor at a wedding or at a party because they just know how to have fun and a great time with each other because they have a great time with themselves too. So there's definitely something coming through quite strongly about being solidified in your own being and the aspects of your own being, and then nurturing that and it's like you nurture that into existence and it just comes alive even further with somebody else. So you're very much what Khalil Gibran talks about in The Prophet, that book. I'll write it in the description box below for your group, about being two pillars, and that holds up, the roof of the temple a lot stronger than if you were right on top of each other, which represents codependency. It's like you're your own person, and yes, you do depend on each other and lean on each other for different reasons. It's not like your happiness is dependent on this other person making you happy. You're both two full-fledged human beings all on your own accord, and it makes this, I'm just seeing strength. It makes this relationship that much stronger. So well done. Congratulations. I'm hearing that's awesome. Beautiful cards. And then we have the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands. Sorry, hold on a second. I just got like a rush of heat. Oh my, I thought I was going to pass out a second. I'm just going to ground my energy for a moment. So it literally took my breath away. I thought I was going to pass out a second. Like as soon as I looked at the cards together and said them out, it was like this rush of heat throughout my body and into my face. And it was almost like, literally like I have the vapors. That was really, really strong. Okay, sorry about that. I just needed a moment. When I looked into the clock, it said 7:47. That's always a message to me about something taking flight, something ascending, something taking off. So I feel like your relationship is about to ascend to new heights in some way. And it literally felt dizzying. It kind of felt like when you ascend too quickly, you get lightheaded. Like people who are hiking and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I got to sit down, or I need to drink water or eat something or whatever. Or you need more oxygen or whatever the case is, because you're literally ascending your body's like, what's going on? So I'm getting that with your relationship is about to ascend or graduate in some way to a higher level. For some, I should show you the cards, right? So that really took my breath away. I don't think I've ever had that happen in a reading before. Yeah, Six of Acorns, Ace of Acorns, Swords, Wands, and a traditional suit. We have the Ram here showing up, which is very much Aries energy. I'm getting Emperor vibes as well, but I'm also seeing genderless. So it's like female and masculine at the same time, but it's coming through as like a union, a balance, and a harmony of an energy. So I feel like you both just have a wonderful balance within yourselves of harmony, of union, again, within yourself. And it just makes your relationship that much more successful, triumphant, victorious. It's like you're a leading example of what love looks like in a practical sense as human beings. That's literally how it's being delivered, how I'm just channeling the words out. So yeah, but again, I'm getting, for some it's like there's a higher level of commitment coming in, meaning it's just like next level stuff. So that's for some of you, where it's I'm seeing 25, so it could be 25%, where you're, if you don't live together currently, you could be working on living together. Some I'm getting, it's like you're taking the next step, meaning like you both have decided to commit yourself to something larger than yourself. That's a big message. So it could be you're doing like mission work together, or I'm seeing like the continent of Africa as well as Asia. So it could be that you're flying, or literally flying, to go to a different country to put your efforts together into making another area of the world even brighter and better, or brighter and better at the same time. So, and I am seeing these places that are like impoverished. And they're showing me rice, and I'm just seeing like, I'm seeing Uganda. I'm not trying to say it's like those places are like that, but that's how the messages are coming through. So I'm just getting that you are not only ascending in your own regard, in your own aspect of your life, but you're going to be helping lift up like quite a large population, I'm getting, or quite a large group of people in an environment that so desperately needs to be lifted up. So I have chills as I'm bringing this in. This is a very huge message. So, I think no matter where you are at, because Spirit doesn't want me to keep going into like what it could be, because you'll know if it's for you. The main message here, it's like a blanket statement. So the main message here is that your love life is ascending to the next level. So however that comes through for you. Excuse me, major clearing with that. Some aspect, still going, sorry. This is how it was in the beginning of the reading too, before I filmed. Some aspect of this is reaching a new height, is what I'm also hearing. Okay, they're saying that's it for the tarot. So, all right, we're going to go into what is your energy. Hopefully this has made sense so far. Please do like the reading if it resonates in the end, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's greatly appreciated, and helps the channel grow, and you guys being a part of the community is something that really means a lot, and is supported here, so thank you. Let's get a card for your person's energy, if that's okay. Thank you. A card for the relationship, please. Let me grab that. Okay, some of these I need a modesty cover for, because there's some nudity, so, and YouTube doesn't like that, and we have to respect that. So, and then where does the relationship want to go? Where's the divine guiding this relationship? Where does it want to go or be created into? Your energy is coming up. Here's the image like this. I'm hearing to let you know if you feel it's reversed, like this is actually your person's energy, you can just flip it to how it resonates for you, but I'll just call it as your energy for now. It says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So that's really beautiful. This could be like it's pretty self-explanatory actually, I'm getting, so I'll let you read it and I'll say it one more time. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Okay. And there's that image again. The star can be symbolic. I'm getting something about the star. Your person's energy is coming through as only time will tell. So that's interesting. Only time will tell. I am getting a message around this. had a quick conversation with Spirit, like, is it going to ruin any surprise or something like that if I say it? And I'm hearing that you can go ahead and share it. Some of you, I'm getting, it's like I'm getting like a proposal kind of thing, but you know about it. And I think it's like once this proposal is complete and it's accepted, there'll be this like settling into the relationship. And they're showing it to me like a springboard. So if it was like a trampoline, like that's the settling. Once the marriage is completed, like, there's that ascension moment. So that's coming through. Okay. The energy of the connection. I'll grab my modesty covers, which is just a pink post-it. All right. Okay. It's just like a massage going on, but anyway. And it says healing. So imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Okay. So I get that there's some healing going on between you two. Could be too that you are getting getting things cleared out of the way or organized, so that way you don't bring it into this next part or next version of your relationship. It's like you're getting this out of the way. For some, I'm seeing that, I forget, I don't really remember what this is called. Canon? Did I make that up? It's I think it's in the Catholic faith where you have the counseling before you can get married in the church or something like that. That's coming through. But I'm seeing now it's like all religions or something. I know that's not all religions do this, but I'm just seeing like a bunch of different religions flash by, where it's there could be some type of a counseling before a union takes place, where you're just getting on the same page. I heard you're airing out your grievances and healing them and discussing them, so that way there's no obstacles or anything. For some of you, I'm getting too, it's like healing out mistakes of the past that were made outside of the relationship. Take that as it resonates, but it could be that something that happened like lifetimes ago even. It could be something that happened before you guys even knew each other, and it's more about, I'm hearing, like clearing your own slate, clearing your own conscience before coming together in like a matrimony sense is what's coming through. Okay. And then where does this connection want to go? We have, this is the image, very beautiful image there. I'm seeing third eye activation big time. I'm actually seeing throat activation in this other person. So it says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So it definitely gives me Khalil Gibran vibes that, with like the two pillars, being able to hold up the roof of the temple better, rather than being right on top of each other and trying to control what every other person is doing. Sorry. I don't get that between you guys at all, especially with the tarot. I mean, High Priestess, Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups, and the Six of Wands. It's just very, very positive energy. So I'll show you the image one more time. It's just so beautiful. Okay. So now let's close the reading out with advice from the universe, what the universe wishes to let you know as you move forward. One more. Thank you. I heard closing out a cycle or a chapter, so it definitely feels like this chunk of the relationship is coming to a close, and it's like metamorphosizing into something new. I'm seeing a white dove, like it's changing and being set free, but it's I'm just seeing like you're welcoming and ushering in the new version of the relationship. So be willing to express love to receive love. Okay. Here, and continue to do this not only with each other, but with yourself as you move forward. So that's one advice message I'm hearing that's coming from Archangel Raphael. So if this is something you want to learn more about or meditate deeper on, I would call on Archangel Raphael if it resonates and feels good for you to do so. So, yeah. Be willing to express love to receive love. And the number with this is 6. I love this deck. I feel like there's just so much to notice in the cards, but something about inner child healing work is coming through as well. So that could be related to something that you're healing at this time. There's resistance that's being overcome to something, or resistance in the background I'm hearing. So it's like it could be from the past in some way, shape, or form, overcoming resistance I'm getting, and doing so with love. So it could be that you're expressing love to somebody else who isn't your partner. I'm not saying that it's like a cheating thing, nothing like that. I'm actually getting, it's like you just telling someone else how much you love them, or focusing on the love that you have for another, like a family member. A lot of clearing with that message, and forgiving them for something, so that way you can heal, and you can heal the tie between you two. So that's coming through. Getting another scenario where it's like you're ready to step into this new phase of your life, your chapter, especially if marriage is involved, but it's like making amends with people, so that way they're not excluded from the big day. They can actually be invited. And I'm seeing like working with a counselor could be particularly helpful in shedding that. So it could be you want somebody to be there who you feel should be there because they're important on your wedding day or something, but there's been grievances of the past that just haven't been resolved yet. And I see like you guys working on resolving that, so there's nothing but peace and harmony and love on your wedding day, rather than this tinge of resentment that's stemming from resistance. So that's coming through. And then we have number 40, be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. Beautiful card. Getting to someone saying like, if it seems impossible, like there's no way this person's ever going to change. I get this as someone outside of the relationship, like a family member, it feels like. For some, it's just old hurt from past behaviors or things that the other person has done, or you perceive them as doing wrong to you. I see that being cleared and healed. It's a partnership in a new way, like you're working as partners, as a team, to figure out how do we alleviate this, how can we forgive each other and move on and ascend out of this. And I do feel like there's going to be success, and it also clears a lot of karmic ties and karmic baggage around this. This could be a past life theme that you've had with this person in different aspects. I'm getting it could be like a sibling thing, or I just see it's like you want somebody to be part of your wedding day, of your special day. And it's going to take more than it's going to take some help is what I'm getting, but help is available to you. If it feels right to pray on this, like to pray for the right guidance, the right counselor, the right approach. I feel it in my back. It's like right above my hip, in my back on my right side, where it's just like something wants to be filtered out. Like I think they're highlighting the kidney, and it's like a toxin. Like it's actually holding on to this animosity. I feel like it's both ways. Like you're resentful of this person. This isn't going to be for everyone, so please listen with discernment. You'll know if it's for you. And the other person's resentful of you. And in the middle, the antidote is kindness. I know it's hard to see that, especially if you're like angry at somebody. It's kindness is the last thing that you're thinking of. But I'm just getting, there is kindness between the two of you that wants to emote, because at the root of it, you really do want to figure this out. There's life to be lived, and you can't do that with like a closed heart is what I'm hearing. So really powerful, very strong messages. Is there anything else, Spirit? They're saying nope. So I do hope that helped and it was enjoyable. It reached whoever it needed to. Sending you guys lots of love, all my best, hoping that you are well and staying well. And until next time, happy Valentine's Day. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome group 2, the singles. Happy Valentine's Day. I just heard, but not single for long. So if you are looking for that relationship coming in, it's definitely coming in. So I feel like right away Spirit's confirming and acknowledging that your manifestation is well underway and it's working. It's belonging to you, so you can claim it. Yeah, okay, let's get into the tarot. In the other reading, I pre-shuffled the tarot, but I'm feeling to shuffle everything on camera for you guys. So let's get some messages for those who are single currently and they're calling in or actively calling in, actively manifesting a committed, healthy relationship. I heard for some of you, this is a long time coming, so it's something you wanted for a while. And with that, the first card is on the floor, so it's getting at something that you've wanted. I feel like it's just going to spring upon you one day. So I'm getting like a meet cute type of a vibe where you're both in line for coffee, someone drops a pen, you pick it up, and you're like, it's just one example, but that's how it's coming in. It's like this wonderful like meet cute story. When I'm here, and I had a yoga teacher I really liked. She was talking about how she met her husband. She goes, well, I was at the organic market, and I reached for an organic lemon and he reached for an organic lemon. Our hands touched and we looked at each other and we talked for 2 hours right there in front of the lemons. It's like I remember, like, I love any good love story, so I was like, wow, that's wonderful. But it just, the other ladies in the class, it was a whole group of women in this yoga class and one guy who was awesome. But it was funny. A lot of the women were like, oh geez, here we go, because it can be that easy. It can happen like that. I feel very giddy talking about it, so I just feel like there's something like that's in store for you guys. So the card on the floor, I'll get it in a second, but there's a picture of a lobster on it. So in this deck, Spirit Song Tarot, and that'll be in the description box if you want to check that out further for yourself. It has an animal on every single one of the cards. So it's the 7 of shells or the 7 of cups, and there's a lobster on it. So with that message I'm getting, there's like a lot of choices that you could have, but you will recognize the one for you. And it's like your soul's recognition I'm hearing, where there's no telling, like, if it's like what's right or wrong for you, you'll just know. So you know how we can put on a coat or whatever piece of clothing, especially jeans, I feel this way about how like we can kind of get something to fit, or that kind of works, and we're looking in the mirror like, I don't really like how it feels or how it sits, but I like the cut and how they make me look. This is like when you put on a piece of clothing and you're like, oh, these are mine. Like I know these are my jeans. It's only happened to me like 2 times in all of my shopping history where I put on something and I'm like, they're perfect. They fit perfect. This is how you're feeling about the person coming in, who you are manifesting currently. So that's really exciting. If I can pick up the card now. So there's a lobster, but lobsters mate for life. They pick their mate, and that's who they are with forever and ever and ever. Amen. So there's, like I said, there's choice and all that, but I'm also hearing like this person is protected, like the person you were calling in is available, and that might be an active part or active point of your manifestation that you're adding in there, or you will add in there after hearing this, and they must be totally available. They can't be attached to anything or anybody else. They're totally available and ready for this commitment. And that's who you're calling in. So I feel so excited for you guys. That's how the energy's coming in. I'm like, it's like this excitement, and it feels really, really positive and very powerful. That's what I'm getting to. We have the Ace of Pentacles or the Ace of Crystals in this deck. Manifestation and prosperity with the panda. Some of you, it could be you meet this person getting like boba tea or bubble tea. I'm seeing boba though, so that could be like a place that you're meeting. Not for everyone, or some it's like a I hear chance encounter, but it could be that you're meeting for boba or something like that. I just had one today, so I wonder if that's why it's coming through. I love the blended Vietnamese coffee with a little bit of boba. That's my drink order. I don't have it often, but when I do, it's a real treat. So anyway, why I'm sharing this, I don't know. Maybe it's relevant to somebody. But yeah, I'm just getting that slow and steady wins the race, and you're in it for the long run. So this might have taken a long time, but you're not getting discouraged by it, and you're not feeling to let up on the things that you want. So if you have the list of things that you want in your ideal person or partner, you're waiting for spirit to bring it in. You're waiting for the divine to bring it in, and you're not going to cut corners or make adjustments so it will get to you faster or sooner or quicker or in advance. It's like, no, like you're totally trusting all in divine timing. I will wait patiently. I just heard till the seas are dried up. What is that song, Spirit? That's a song. I can't place it. I just heard the lyric though. Till the seas are dried up. If I can find it, I will link it. I will write out what it is in the description box. Oh my, it's like tantalizing me. I can hear it, but I can't hear it. Okay, well, we won't linger on that, but that's what I'm getting. It's like the sea could be dried. You'll still wait, like, because you know the rain is coming. Something like that. I love you more till the seeds are dried. It's like right there. I can't quite hear it. What is it, Spirit? I think that's the message, the lyrics. So we'll move past that. And if it's meant to come through, it will come through. Same thing like your manifestation. It's like, even if you recognize something has qualities of what you're waiting for or being patient about, you'll wait until the whole thing is delivered, you know. I'm seeing someone who waits until they have all the pieces to open up the package. So you ever notice that when you order something, like I had to order something, this big system thing I had, and a sound system it was, because I work as a professional singer in my other area of work. And it took like 4 shipments to mail this thing in. And I just waited. I waited for all the boxes to come, and then I opened them all up so I could assemble them all, because the whole system wouldn't have worked with just one of the packages or even 3 of the packages. It needed all 4 in order for it to work. So I'm getting something like a message like that, where it's like you're waiting on all the pieces of your manifestation to come, you know, so that person who checks off all of your boxes, not just some of them. And that's how you will know, like, that your person, the blessing has arrived. So, okay, I'm gonna pause real quick. Okay, and I'm back. So I had a issue with my cat on the other side of the door. I could hear, sometimes he gets into a tiff with the other, with my other boy cat, so there's a little bit of an issue. It's resolved now, everybody's fine. But while I had the video paused, I did look up that song because I could hear it. It was kept playing again and again, and it's actually Cream, Sunshine of Your Love. So, and it says, I'll stay with you till the seas are dried up. So I get that whoever you're calling in, it's, you know, they're going to be with you for the long haul, for the long while. And as I say that, my third eye is going off. So let's see what the rest of your tarot messages have to say. We have the King of Pentacles, courage and commitment. So there you go. This is 100% what's coming in for you and what you're calling in. So interesting. The cat argument that was going on outside was between the 2 boy cats of the house. And the one looks like this. He's a big orange cat. And my cat, Suki, his roommate, is very, very slender. He looks like a little panther. So it's, you know, with white. So it's weird. He picks and chooses when he's going to be the alpha and when he's not going to be the alpha. I don't know. So, but what I am getting, it's like the person coming in, you could have multiple options, but you're going to feel, again, Spirit's saying it's really important for you to feel into your heart, matters of the heart. So I don't get that some of you guys are going to be picking, like, out of choices of who the best partner is for you based on, like, showmanship or who has the nicest car or something like that. It's just like you're gonna know, like, oh no, this person is for me, this is who I'm meant to build and grow with. And it's going to feel really good. There's stability, there's companionship. This person isn't going to be wishy-washy. I'm also hearing about committing, you know, further commitment. It's like they're in this for the long haul, is what I keep getting. They're in it for the long haul, the long run. Yeah. I'm hearing that song again, so definitely I think that song will resonate for a lot of you. I'll stay with you till my seas are dried up. So that just keeps coming through. And then we have strength. Yeah, courage and endurance. So it's 2 messages of courage. It's courageous to put what you want out there to the universe and to stand by it. Some people just, they kind of give up, or if it's a matter of waiting, they don't want to actually be patient. They'll do the waiting game, I'm hearing, for a little bit, and then they're like, well, I'll settle for less than what I actually want, but you're holding out for the real thing. I'm hearing that I'm holding out for a here till the end of the night. And he's gotta be strong, and he's gotta be fast, and he's gotta be larger than life. I need a hero. So I will add that to the Spotify playlist. But it's like he's gotta be this, or she, or whoever, this person needs to match this criteria, and that's, you're being strong and holding on to that. For some, I'm getting like, there's like a message almost of like, well, you can't have it all, so you should get what you can while you can get it, or something like that. It's like you're getting advice from someone older or an elder, and I'm hearing, what belongs to your heart. They don't. So I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. It's just that Spirit's saying, like, it's really important for you to have the courage to listen to your own heart. So yes, that Tom Petty song's coming in. This comes through in the channel sometimes. She's going to listen to her heart. It's going to tell her what to do. She might need a lot of loving, but she don't need you. So it's just, again, this message of not settling for less, and knowing what you want to call in for yourself is what you deserve. There isn't this, this is going to be close enough. It's like you can feel it in your bones. This is the person for you. So I think that's just confirmation that this manifestation is on the way. The energy's right here. There is this meet cute kind of a thing coming in. If you don't know what meet cute is, definitely watch The Holiday with Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, Jack Black, and Jude Law. It's a really great movie. Sydney is a character in there as an elderly man, and he's just adorable. So if you want to check that out. I heard the name Hunter, so that just came through. Obviously, that's not going to resonate for everyone, so please don't only limit yourself to people named Hunter, but I just heard Hunter. So, okay. Let's get you some heart cards first. I'm hearing the jingle for Lucky Charms, the cereal, where it's like hearts, stars, and horseshoes, clovers, and blue moon, pots of gold and rainbows, and a red balloon. So I don't know why that's coming through. Lucky Charms, the mascot's a leprechaun. So I'm getting March. I think that's around when St. Patrick's Day is. So you could be meeting this person as soon as March, if this is finding you on Valentine's Day. It could be too, I'm hearing that old sentence, beware the Ides of March. So it could be like not your person, but close to your person, but it's not your person, might show up in March. It's like a test. Again, it's not going to be for everybody, and don't place so much importance on the tarot reading that you heard on YouTube. It's always listen to your heart, follow your heart. It's going to tell you what to do. So, but that was coming through, so I have to mention it. Okay. Let's get your energy, how you are showing up for this potential connection, and how this potential partner's energy is showing up. What would benefit group 2 to know? Thank you. What is the energy of the potential connection coming in? S'il vous plaît. Thank you. And what does this connection want to grow into? Where does it want to go? Thanks. We're going to start with that question. Where does the connection, what does it want to grow into? I need a modesty cover, so there's some nudity in this card. It's nothing graphic or crass or anything like that. It's just, the person's nude, that's it. So I'm getting like bearing your beauty, bearing your all. But anyway, it says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and all that your heart Oh, I'm sorry. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So it's like giving thanks for the relationship that you want as though it were already here. It's so the relationship I'm getting wants to be one of gratitude and loving commitment, and you can practice that now by being, in gratitude in this loving commitment that you want to have come in. Yeah, that's a really wonderful message. Getting with the tree, it's like it's already etched into the tree of life, like that this is coming in for you. You're calling it in, and it's like you're calling in return, that you are there with that person as though it were now. So, out of breath saying that. Interesting. Your energy showing up. I don't think I need a modesty cover for this because everything's covered up, but looks like that. It says embrace, and it says trust. So your energy is coming up, trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Yeah. So I'm getting just this like message of my counterpart is on the way. I trust the divine, I trust spirit, and I trust myself. Like I'm following my intuition and my heart. It feels right for me. It feels a little unsure. I'm not really, it feels a little scary, we can be honest. But I trust that it's coming in for me, and I feel really grateful about it and for it, so thank you. I'm getting with this like graffiti, so that could be relevant for you or important. Something about this feels like graffiti. So it could be you get a sign or a message like in passing graffiti or something like that. I'm getting a really specific image of someone driving, and it's like an overpass. Have you ever seen it where you're driving down the road and it's an overpass? There's like a railing or whatever, but like under it on that concrete, there's like a tag or something, like a graffiti tag. And there's like something on there I'm also getting the name David. So again, don't hold me to this with names. Don't just look for the Davids of the world. There's plenty of, I'm also getting that could be a spiritual thing. Looking up, I'm not sure, was that David and Goliath? I'm a little unfamiliar with this, and it's not coming, so it could be something you want to research further, you already know, or it could be that this person exemplifies bravery as David did with Goliath. I'm really not familiar with that story, so I'm not sure. But it came through, so I'm mentioning it. So, yeah, something about graffiti, or are you seeing a sign one day of graffiti? Just like don't limit yourself to just looking for signs of graffiti, because for all I know, and it could be that message really is just for one person. I don't know. So it's always important to listen to your own intuition and use your discernment when listening to the readings and the videos. Okay, the potential person coming in, their energy. Looks like acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. That's really, really powerful and awesome. So this is the image on the front. That's the message if you want to take a screenshot. What I love about the two energies, your energy and this person's energy coming in, is that acceptance is the common denominator here. Yours says trust, transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. And your person is, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. So there's something about you both like, all right, this is where I'm at in my life. I accept it. I'm grateful for the things that I want to come in and that I already have. And then it's like it gives way. It's like now you're on the same frequency to come together, to come forward together. Wow, that's really, really cool synchronicity there. And then the energy of your connection, the potential of the connection that you're calling in, is playfulness. So there's third eye activation too I'm getting here. Something about transformation too is coming through. And it says, laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So I get that when you do come together, one way, I'm hearing Spirit say one way you can recognize this connection or this relationship is for you is how playful it is. not an immatureness to it, but literally like you guys just have so much fun together. There's laughter, there's lightheartedness, there's commitment, there's fun, there's dancing, whatever it may be. You guys just have a lot of fun together. And there's a great sense of humor is coming through as well, is what I'm getting. Okay, let's get some oracle advice from the universe for you guys for this future connection with whispers of love. So what does the universe, what does the divine want you to know regarding the connection you are calling in? Is that it? Sorry, I'm just listening. Okay, yeah, I pulled one too many, so I was just waiting to see which was the one that wanted to stay. Oh my gosh, okay. So the message from the universe, the first one is 37. So that reduces to 10. So there's something about the single cycle being almost complete that's coming through quite strongly. I think some of you might feel like I feel like it has come to a complete or a close. So this is just a matter of time. This is coming in. It says, act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they're with you so you will always consider them. That's really amazing. It's quite a synchronistic message coming in. I was getting to something like, if you haven't already, like you can clear a shelf in your drawer or something like that, or clear a drawer as though you're holding space for your divine partner to come in. Like it almost signifies to the universe like you're creating space for this person's energy to come in. Another interesting thing coming through is like feng shuiing. Like if your bed is up against a wall or in a corner or something, pulling it out and getting a second nightstand so there's symmetry. Yes. So that way, like you have your side and then the person has their side. Even if you don't plan on living together or you didn't have that in mind, it's just more like an energetic like invitation that there's balance and harmony and you're calling that in. It's something physical you can call in for yourself. So I'm gonna let my cat out because he does that when he wants the door open. So okay, and I'm back. So it could be literally a symbol like the door is opening for you with this new relationship that wants to come in. When I went to record, the camera said 33335, so that could be relevant. The last and final message is listen with your heart. You can't make this up. Number one, you are listening but need to hear with a loving heart. So if you're telling yourself it's impossible or this romance isn't going to come in or it's taking too long, it's just invite love back into the situation and trust that it's unfolding in divine timing exactly as it needs to. And with that, I'm hearing no further, without further ado, thank you. I'm going to close the reading there. So anything I mentioned, I'll put in the description box. And yes, and sending you lots of love, hoping that you are well, stay well, and until next time, bye. Hi, Group 3, welcome to your reading. You guys are the group who are in a situation, but you are working towards a healthy, committed relationship. So this could be that you are in a committed partnership or like a divine partnership, but there's this in-betweenness or this needing to mend or build a bridge between you two somehow. So you'll know intuitively if this resonates for you, if this is the pile for you or the group for you. You found the right place is what I'm trying to say. So right away, I'm just getting some channeled energy, like channeled messages around the energy with your reading, where it's just like someone is very nervous about a talk, or like this talk or this moment that's coming up. I can't tell if you're aware of it. I think you are aware of it, or it's like an agreement to meet and talk with your person. And it feels like I'm very cold. Well, I am usually, but I'm feeling like it's a different kind of cold. I'm hearing like the ice will melt. So literally my hands feel like ice cubes, but they're becoming sweatier and sweatier as I'm bringing this message forward, and they're becoming hotter. And it's not just my hands, it's also my feet as well, my toes. So and now I'm feeling more and more comfortable. It feels like, okay, someone can to sit back and let go. It's like you're anticipating the worst about this conversation. And then there's this feeling that comes in where it's like, all right, there's a reason I love this person. There's a reason I maybe am holding out for this person, or the love that we feel is real. It's like you're being reminded about why you waited out for this connection. I think for some, you're being reminded of why you belong to this connection. You're seeing how far you have come with something. And it's like those who have been around you are recognizing like you're different, but just seeing like measurable distance between who you used to be and who you are now. There's a big variable like at play is what I'm getting. But yeah, it's a conversation that you were maybe dreading or hopeful for, but afraid at the same time. And then once you actually sit down and have the conversation, I just keep seeing thaw, like THAW. The ice is thawing, it's melting. You could even be seeing this too, like if it's snowy where you live and the snow just isn't melting because it's been too cold. I wouldn't be surprised if when this finds you, if this resonates for you in the area that you are, it's like all of a sudden, like the snow has melted and you might not have even noticed it melted because it's been there and it's been icy for so long, but now you're like, oh, the snow melted, or I can see that the snow melted now. I'm hearing that song and it's come through on the channel before. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in our way. I think it's in my way, but I just heard it as our. And it's just basically saying, like, it's going to be a bright, sunshiny day. It's continuing. Look around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look around, there's nothing but blue skies. It's on the Spotify playlist already, so you can find it there. For this reading, I am linking the songs in the playlist, so you can check it out on YouTube. Yeah, it's not something I usually do. I just, for some reason, it's just, I'm feeling it's going to be helpful for some, so I'm putting them in the description box. You can just click and listen. I'm getting that it's like a message for you guys too. It's not something you would usually do, but you're open to it and you're trying it, especially if it's going to be helpful for the other person. So it could be in this meeting, it's like, look, I'm wondering if we can approach this topic in this way, or I'm wondering if we can work together in this way. And it's not something you would normally do, but you're being open to it is what I'm getting. So, okay. Let's get some tarot messages about what's going on. We'll dive more into the current energy around this situation. I'm hearing that song from It's November Rain by Guns N' Roses. Thank you. Nothing lasts forever, and we both know hearts can change. Someone's having and I can't see how that comes through. Somebody's getting a change of, I'm hearing a change of pace, a change of scenery, a change of perspective, like an aspect of something has changed. Something's walking away from something that no longer serves them, is what I'm getting. If someone, I can't tell if this is you or the other person, it feels more like the other person. If they were adamant they do things their way, they can see how that has not worked out for them. So it's like they're shifting their perspective to see things your way, but I'm actually getting you find a common ground and something that you both hadn't thought of before. It works out better for you both that way. Okay, bottom of the deck is two of feathers or two of swords with the little gecko, the lizard there. This is choice. It's indecision though. It's like, what way do we want to go here? And being at a crossroads. Decisions and direction. Yeah, deciding which way you want to go in this. I do get there's a meeting coming up. There's a meeting. Again, for some of you, you know when this is going to be. You had the date. For some of you, you don't know yet, but you're going to be receiving a confirmation or a phone call or something like that, a message about what when this will take place, because it's time to talk. They're having me just look at a couple of the decks. There's more messages in the bottom of the deck, so I'm just going to read them real quick. There's been a struggle for the other person. It could also be your energy too, so take it as it resonates and apply it to yourself. But it's like, I feel like they're coming in this Emperor energy where they're focused and they're stable. They built this stability up that, so if there was space or distance in the relationship, they've actually built the stability up that they said they were going to build. They have a new way of moving forward with you, and they want to see if you are open to it. So they're going to come at you with an offer of some kind of like, okay, this is how I see us taking our relationship in this direction, or furthering our relationship in this direction. And I'm hearing stability. It's like, this is how I foresee us making or inviting in more stability into our connection, and seeing how you feel about that. With the Tower, there has to be a release of the old in order for this to work. And I'm not getting it's all the other person's idea, but I do feel like they've had an epiphany about you or something within the connection, what wasn't working for them, what didn't serve them, and then how can we rebuild and make it even stronger so it's stable. So that way, I'm seeing that the Three Little Pigs, that story where it's like the big bad wolf came and he blew down two of the houses, but the last one was strong. It was, the first one was built of what? Sticks or hay. And the second one was built of sticks or hay. And then the third one was built of brick, and it couldn't be blown down. So I'm getting like, it's like they've come to an idea of, okay, like I have the brick version of how we can rebuild our relationship. I'm seeing this coming together around that, like signifying, okay, we are coming together. So someone, it's like you have the cement and this person has the bricks, and you're laying the foundation again together. You're rebuilding together. So yeah, there's a decision, I feel like, to do that. And that's the direction you're more likely or most likely going to go in. I know that this isn't going to resonate or fit everyone's thing, so we'll see what wants to come through as the reading progresses, but I think Spirit's bringing this into, I'm seeing the word relax and this. I'm seeing like this motion. So it's just like, all right, like we want to settle your nerves so that we can receive the loving advice and relationship messages that are going to come through the reading. So for some of you, it's helpful to know, like, you can relax. You can set your mind at ease. We're telling you this ahead of time in the reading, so that way you can relax and just receive what the reading has to say. Okay. So we have the Seven of Wands, determination and stamina. Okay. I feel like it's about blocking out the noise. I think there was a lot of fear, and I'm getting a sense that you both triggered a lot of fear in each other during the first part of the relationship, or first half of the relationship. I can't really tell if it's half, but I'm seeing like A and B. So in part A of the relationship, I get B has a question mark, like to be determined, because it's we have a choice here. It's up to you. What do you want to do? How do you want to figure this thing out? But I'm getting it's like there's a need to block out all the external noise around you, because your relationship isn't like everybody else's. So other people are going to have something to say because they don't understand it. It's like noise to them. But I'm getting like other people's opinions and perspectives about it. You could be an empath and just nobody's saying anything, but you're picking up on it. It could also be too, like, are you picking up on it, or is there like self-consciousness where there should be self-confidence is coming through loud and clear. So I'm just getting it's like about being dedicated and staying the path of what it is that you want, and moving from there, from nowhere else. So if you want a loving, committed relationship, acting within and as though you do have the loving, committed relationship that you want. If any fear gets into there or the cracks, it's going to crumble again, and it's going to be a tower moment again. And then I'm getting in that case, Spirit's like kind of like wiping it, like, all right, it's, you know, we're moving on to the next one, like the next relationship, next experience. I am getting, it's, even though it's a counterpart situation, it's like if you are finding you're unable to rebuild with somebody, I almost get spirit saying we're going to have like somebody else come in and pick up that baton, pick up that sword, you know, who is going to work with you better or work with you well. Because I'm seeing corrupt. I feel like there was something that almost corrupted the connection, and I'm getting I'm seeing fear pretty loud. It's like there's a strong sense of fear, or somebody's fear got the better of them. So, and I'm also seeing like, don't let fear get the better of you. So we can't control what another person is saying, thinking, doing, feeling, knowing. We can only control ourselves, our actions, our emotions, what's coming from our perspective. So I'm bringing this message through. I have this pressure on the left side of my neck around C2 and C3. It's more so on C2. So if you're familiar with the vertebrae, you can look that up. But what I'm getting with that is, if you're familiar with like Louise Hay, her work, she has a book called Heal Your Body, and it's an A to Z list. And in the back of that, there's an appendix like that like an appendix, the back section of the book. And it shows like what each of the levels of the vertebrae represent and what could be connected to that. So I highly recommend looking that up. The book is a really great resource to have, but I do think that there's a PDF copy of that vertebrae chart online, like as a PDF, so you could look that up. Okay, next. Seven of Pentacles. So there's options and results. Deep breath. So I need to take a deep clearing breath. I keep hearing it's going to be okay. Don't let fear get the better of you, especially if you haven't even met yet or had this talk yet. It's like you're already fearing the worst instead of expecting the best. So Seven of Pentacles is actually coming through to say like, all right, your options here are like, do we want to expect the worst or we want to expect the best? Because that's going to affect the result that we're getting. If we show up to a meeting thinking everything's going to go wrong, we can be pleasantly surprised, or we can just give it to the universe and relax into this and be like, okay, I'm afraid, but let me just hear the other person out. We have a connection. There's a reason we were together. You know, let me just hear what the other person has to say and I can reciprocate that. However, so 2 sevens, they're showing me it's like there's something to deal with, like spiritual identity here within the both of you. But in the coming together, they're showing me as 7 and 7 is 14, which is temperance, the number of harmony and balancing things out. So I do feel like this connection wants to come into harmony, it wants to come into balance, and it wants to sort itself out. I'm feeling like, will you guys let it? I feel like the only thing that could get in your way is yourselves. So it's really up to you. But I'm getting like it's important to harness the fear. I'm hearing lasso up that fear and tie it to the wayside. We don't want it anymore. So Spirit's trying to make light of it. Like it's not so scary, it's not so difficult, but our fear blows it up in our mind to make it that way. So I'm hearing it's like, I just heard Ted Lasso. I don't know if that's a show or something, but that just came through. But I'm also seeing literally like lasso up your fear and tell it to take a hike, because it's not wanted here. It's not necessary. It's not needed. Before you go into any meeting, I'm hearing call upon divine love I heard ask divine love to shroud you, like cover you completely in divine love, and only allow yourself to be influenced by divine love. And that will produce like a better outcome, a favorable outcome. Yeah, but there's harmony at play. Here, nothing's going to stop us now. So I would even listen to that song before you have this meeting. It's very upbeat. It will be in the description box as well as the Spotify playlist, but that's the Starship. Nothing's going to stop us now. We have the Page of Wands, discovery and enthusiasm. I'm getting this big time and energy of like, ooh, what if we tried this? Or what if we went in this direction? Like, could we stop ourselves from falling apart? I just feel like it's two people coming together more so to brainstorm. I feel like this relationship is kind of young, and if you've been together for a while, it's like an element of maturity wants to come in, but again, I'm getting it's between you two. I'm hearing you both are the key players of your own relationship, and it's up to you what you want it to be. So, and then we have the Queen of Feathers, perception and truth, with the bat. Some of you are sensing something about the relationship where it's more like you might be limiting your perception of things. Fear will definitely do that. It will make you feel like, okay, I feel like stuff is hidden, or they're not telling me the full truth, or there's like they're telling me a set of lies or something like that. I just keep getting like fear is overwhelming in this reading. Like it's overwhelming in the relationship. And in coming together to talk, I would just be very open and honest about like how fear has taken a hold over you, if you're resonating with this, and see if there's a way you can really just rely on your intuition to move forward with this, because it's going. I'm just getting this message of like it's going to feel like everything's telling you to stop, but know that your heart knows the way forward. Your heart knows what belongs. Your heart knows the way. That's what I keep hearing. So that's interesting with the tarot messages. I get that one of you could be just more emotionally mature than the other. So it's hard to connect in that way or in that regard. And it's like, I heard someone, or I'm hearing somebody kind of be like, help me help you here. Like, what do you need to know? What do you need to, I don't know, but you're not taking on everything. I get that for most of you, you're the more mature one. Even if there's like an age difference or something and the other person's older, I get that you're the more mature one emotionally. There's more I don't know why that sounds funny, emotional regulation with you or your partner. It could go either way. But I'm just getting like, like you're different. You're showing up very different. I'm here. You've done the work. I'm not so sure that they have, but it's not your responsibility. I'm hearing it's important for you to keeping on and doing what you're doing and what has led you to the outcome you are at today. Some of you have just been in this time of separation, you've been just focused on your independence and what you're doing. I think the separation made you see the ways in which you have become reliant on the other person. So instead of waiting to become reliant on them again or depend on them, you learned how to become dependent on yourself. And for some, I'm seeing it's almost like in the meeting, you're relearning or rewiring. Like, well, what do I need this other person for? It's like part of what your criteria is for a relationship has changed because you become more like self-assured, or you've been more reassuring to yourself that you don't really need anybody to take care of you or something, because you become really self-reliant. So it's like, I think some of you are recognizing this and being like, okay, so what do I want out of this relationship then? Because something has changed, within me. I'm hearing that, defying gravity. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back and see. It's time I trust my instincts, close my eyes and see, or I'm not sure. And then I think I'll try defying gravity. So it's really about just, I'm seeing you kind of go in and being like, I really don't know how to proceed because I'm in new territory and it's unfamiliar and I really don't know what I want. I know what I think I wanted. I know what I was taught and told to want out of a relationship, but it's like I have no use for those things anymore. So what do I do? I don't know. And at the end of the day, I'm hearing when you trust yourself and when you choose love is all there is. So is there this like, are we able to come together in unionship just based on love and each do our own thing? or play our own part without being reliant on each other? Can this actually be just a unionship of love? I'm hearing a song, I don't remember who does it, but I'll link it because I know the song. But it goes, love is the way I feel, baby. Love is the way I feel. It's a simple song that says, there's other lyrics, but that's what I'm getting. It's just like, love is the way I feel. Sometimes when we let go of all the constraints and things, or the expectations we place on another, and we release all of them, it can feel like, okay, now what? Like, how do I show up in love? There's no more like materialism or something. It's just like belonging, but yeah. I don't want to guess, but because it just feels like peace to me. But I don't think you're used to that. I don't think you're used to finding the common ground of peace. I think you're used to, I'm hearing that song by the Rolling Stones, you can't always get what you want. If you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. That's the lyrics. So I'm thinking you've always thought that you wanted, I'm seeing like Glamour magazine, Cosmopolitan magazine, Allure, those kinds of magazines that instruct and tell people like what they should want in a relationship and what's acceptable. And I'm hearing like somebody reading something or an article where it's like, ladies, don't accept this, 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 and this if your man isn't offering this to you. And you're kind of going like, I don't want that though. Like, it's not what I want. So again, how do you show up? Now I'm hearing Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. I am unwritten sometimes. How's it go? I am unwritten. Sometimes my tries are outside the lines. I break tradition. But I can't live that way. So that'll be a big song list in the description box. This reading today. But yeah, I feel like you're just doing something different. So it's kind of like, what's right? I don't know. What feels right is what Spirit's saying. What belongs to you? What feels right for you? The Page of Wands is young energy. It's new energy. It's about like being a pioneer and doing things differently, and you having the idea to try something different and new and going for it. And it works out, but it's not going to be for everybody. Not everybody's going to understand that. And can you feel confident within yourself and within your relationship to know what you are doing, because it works out better for you? So I'm keep getting a focus of it just being on you, like what works out for you, and seeing if you match with your partner that way. Oops, sorry. I keep hitting this shell. I have a shell in here with a blue lace agate. So blue lace agate could be coming through, or there's clarity with that I'm hearing, and there's also like softer communication. Thank you. So I feel like I'm talking quite a bit, but I want to get into, I'm hearing Spirit say like, don't judge it. So again, if you're finding like the conversation needs to happen in parts, or like a 4-part conversation to iron out the details of this, how you want to proceed forward, I'm hearing let it happen. You're on nobody's time but your own. So, and divine timing, of course, but so don't judge it is the main message Spirit's saying. All right, I'm going to get a card for your energy. Thank you, that popped right out. A card for your person's energy, or this counterpart's energy. A card for your counterpart's energy, I'm hearing. Whoa, got like 5 cards that came out. Which one, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, and then a card, I have to look because I usually just like to just straight channel and flow. So to have I need the notes for an organized reading like this. Do you want to go out? Okay, I'll be right back. Let me let my cat out. I'm back. I edited this out, but when I went to hit film, there was like a big belch that came through, and I didn't feel that you guys needed to hear that, so I edited it out. But it was just telling me like there's a lot of clearing coming through. I'm hearing, that's interesting, I'm hearing from Aladdin, where they're like, make way for Prince Ali. So with that, I'm getting a message of like, let there be space and room, especially if you haven't talked for a while or seen each other for a while. Let there be space and room for evolvement to have occurred between the two of you. So not just between the two of you, but like allow there to be space for your evolvement and space for your partner or your person's evolvement. So you can come together and be in an involvement. So it's about meeting each other and seeing each other for exactly as you are, and not holding your partner or your person to a standard of who they once were in the past, okay? I keep wanting to say person, and Spirit keeps correcting me and saying partner, so. Okay, what is the energy of like the current connection between you guys in this situation? In this partnership. I'm getting to hear it like it's a partnership, so that will help it evolve out of the situation. If you start treating it like a partnership rather than this thing, the situation you're tied to or tied in, it will help it ascend and evolve out of it. So to start calling it a partnership. Okay, so what does this partnership want to evolve into? Where does this partnership want to go? What's the divine's plan or purpose for this connection? All right. I'm actually hearing to get this deck out as well. So, and what's the advice from Spirit and the Divine regarding this connection? Okay. Those are turned over so I can't see them, so we'll look at them together. I'm going to put them off to the side and review what's on the table first with the heart cards. So I'm hearing that song Lights by Ellie Goulding. I'm not sure what the lyrics are in that one, so it'll be in the description box. And now I'm hearing Scars to Your Beautiful, that song. I forget who does that, but it'll also be in the description box. Okay. Maybe a sip of tea. Sorry. Okay. Your energy is coming up. I'll show you the image first. This connection's divinely protected, by the way. That's coming through quite strong with Eye of Horus here in the middle of the tree. The Egyptian Eye of Horus. Now my throat's like really itchy, and there we go. Be clear about what you want before this meeting, before this talking. Something needs to be cut away. My my throat is really, really itchy right now. Okay. Like, sing your own song. That's what I'm getting. Making sure that you are singing your own song. You're belonging to your own voice. There's something big about, like, you picked up on something that you have read or you have learned about what a relationship should look like. And I see a big slash through that. Like, cross it out, tear it up into 1,000 pieces, let it blow in the wind, you know, on a rainy day so that paper can never be assembled again. It's just, and I'm seeing, what do you want? What do you want? And I'm actually getting that scene from The Notebook where Noah asks Allie, like, what do you want? What do you want? And Spirit's kind of asking that to you. What is it that you want? So the message is saying, time. You are trying too hard, give it time. So I think it's just someone who's trying to load into their arsenal all these things and rules about what should be expected, you know, from a relationship, but it's important for you to create your own. You're creating the narrative of your own story, of your own life. I get the feeling if you are unable or unsuccessful with this person to do so, this is going to come up in a future connection with another partner. So Yeah, time, you're trying too hard, give it time. So that's how your energy is coming up. If you find that they are flipped or reversed, you can apply it, but I'm getting like spirit saying like keep it in that lane. Um, Giving yourself a pat on the back for all that you have done, like giving yourself credit for all you've accomplished so far, is really important too, because it's a trying time and it's outside of your comfort level, I'm getting. Just to be patient. And again, it doesn't have to all be fixed in one meeting or in one go. If it takes you 4 tries to talk it through, or all right, let's cover just this topic today, like, and it's like you working out your issues. And I'm seeing just like getting yourself steady, undoing this knot, this tangle. And if it takes more than one shot, that's fine. Just be patient with it. So, hear my cat wanting to come back in again. 1 second. Okay. When I let him in, I got a message too of it being like that kind of energy where there isn't pressure, or your partner isn't feeling this pressure be placed upon them to have their stuff figured out. It'll help them feel more comfortable coming back or coming closer in this connection, this relationship. Their energy is looking, or is coming through as here. This is the card in the front. I get that they wished upon a star about you, and I think you have too. So there's a level of protection with that, a layer of protection with that, I heard. It says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Just because someone isn't behaving a certain way does not mean that they love you less or they don't love you, is what I'm getting. Again, there's something too about like what were you taught, what were you told about relationships, and what can you throw in the bin, is what I'm hearing. Because it's not serving you well to hold on to that anymore, to hold your partner to that level of standard. It's not about like accepting less, you know. I'm not getting or picking up a partnership where it's like this person's a scoundrel, you know. It's like learning to communicate on each other's wavelength, and then meeting and finding your harmony, your wavelength. And the wavelength spirit's letting you know is here, it's in the heart. It's connecting through the energy of love between the two of you. So I'm getting big time just like allow and evoke the spirit of divine love to wrap around you both as you're having these conversations and these connections. Because there's going to be, I just see like things healing, and there being a very strong golden cord between you two. Like your bond will strengthen if you just allow life and love to flow through you. Okay, and not worry about what anyone else thinks. Don't care about what anyone else thinks or feels about your connection, because it's yours, it's not theirs. It's coming through like very loud, so I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record. 222 in the clock as I said that. The energy of your connection currently, ooh, chill. New beginning. Okay, let me show you. We have that peace dove coming in with harmony, leveling up. You know, there's this ascension. This relationship wants to explore new heights. I'm hearing you want to go further together. That's mutual. That's shared between you two. So it says new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So it's some of you have seen or heard somewhere that like in order for you to be in a relationship, one person has to sacrifice for the other, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. It can be the truth if you let it, but you can both have the things that you want. You both can pursue dreams, and I'm hearing even better, you both can explore and discover common passions and common dreams that you both share between yourselves, but maybe you never knew because you didn't allow yourself the opportunity to discover or explore that about each other. Get to know each other better. What do you want? What do you really want? You know, what have you always dreamed about doing? When you're daydreaming and staring out the window or whatever, what are you thinking about? You know, when you're cooking and you look into your pot, what are you daydreaming about? What do you want? And I'm hearing there's like commonalities that you both share that you have no idea about. And to get to know each other and allow yourselves to explore and get to know each other on a deeper level. There's mystery, there's evoking this realness, this hidden aspect of you guys and just allowing it to come to the surface, to come to light. So, yes. I know I let the door open before and you went out and then you came back in and now you want to go out again. So, what would you like to do? You want a pet? So, unless he reaches up, I don't feel comfortable putting him in front of the camera because I don't want his privacy to be, you know. Yeah. He's thinking about how to leap. So he likes to create fun obstacles for himself to leap over. So he just had there's a tunnel in front of the surface he wanted to jump onto. Instead of just going around it, he was like, no, I'm gonna leap over it. So there's a message in there also. Get comfortable with finding new fun ways to explore how you're going to get over obstacles between each other and yourselves, rather than make it this crazy hurdle where you play the martyr or some kind of role like that. It's like, how can we have fun in getting over these hurdles and obstacles? Because it's a lot more fun to run a relay race together than it is to try to outrun the other person and beat each other to the finish line. Can we have fun doing it together, you know? Allowing that new energy in. Okay. Just looking at my candle over here, it's pretty low because the wax is very low. It's been burning all this time throughout all the readings. So, where does the relationship want to go? So where is the divine steering this? Wow. So here we have an embrace. Keep hearing that Scars to Your Beautiful song. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but that's how I'm hearing it. Scars to Your Beautiful. Embrace. Through each other you find the missing pieces. Yeah. I think I'm seeing two puzzle pieces that match perfectly together and make up a whole complete picture. By them both embracing the differences between themselves, and when they come together, it's a perfect fit. It's a perfect match. This union, embracing the parts of yourselves that are different. I show up in this way, you show up in this way. And you know what? It's not the same, but we sure really do complement each other, don't we? It's like harmony, singing harmony with another person. You both can't be on the same note. It's not interesting. It's not fun. When one person's on one note and the other person's on, you know, a note within that scale, it's just, like there's space between the notes too. So if you have two notes that are right next to each other and you try to sing them at the same time, it creates dissonance. It's like, ugh. I'm hearing dissonance outside right now. That was weird. It's like a weird siren. Sounds like a bass. It's like one of like that kind of a siren. So I don't know if that's relevant for somebody. But when you have harmony is what I'm getting at, where it's like a major third or major fifth or major seventh. It's like, that's so nice. You know, it just sounds rich and warm and round and powerful. So that's coming through. I feel like Spirit's wanting you to embrace your uniqueness and come together as a whole unit. And are you able to do that? For some, it's like there's almost a fear of like alien. That's what I'm hearing, like an alien fear, where it's like they're different than me. I don't trust them. And I get it, but it's about like understanding how you complement each other and come together. I feel like that's the point. I keep watching this candle like out of the corner of my eye, and it's just getting like lower and lower and lower. So let me see what the advice or messages from the universe is. So number 6, your advice from the universe is be willing to express love. That was interesting. I heard be willing to expect love, but it says be willing to express love and express love to receive love. I feel like this is Spirit's way of saying like expect the best out of this relationship. Expect there to be love instead of fear. Expect there to be hope and playfulness instead of anguish, and it will be successful. It's like coming through really, like the card looks like it's in super HD to my eyes. Really listen and nurture that loving voice, that loving guidance within, not fear. Be willing to express love. So, how does love want to show up through you? How does love want to be expressed through you? And that says, look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Overcome your fear. That's the obstacle you want to overcome. And it's number 11. You both are in harmony, and you're meant to be in harmony with one another. But it's like there's this obstacle of fear that needs to be overcome. And I see you two holding hands and jumping over that hurdle together. It's not just one of you over the hurdle. I see both of you looking at each other, holding hands, and taking a leap of faith together and getting over it. You both get over it, and you're like very, very happy about it. Okay. I think overall what Spirit's saying is it's very, very hopeful for this connection. So hopefully you were hoping to hear that. But it's just going to take some work, and it's going to take knowing what you want to belong. So what belongs in your life. It's not going to be a cutout of something that's already been done. You're both, I'm seeing pioneers. You're both meant to pioneer and champion yourselves and your own unique relationship in the way it shows up best for you. I don't know why I'm being called to share this, but I'm not going to judge it. I just read recently that Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker, why is this coming up? I don't know. I don't look at this news, but it came to my attention the other day. They're married, but they both have separate houses nearby, and it's because they're not going to disrupt their children. It's better for their families just to have their own separate houses. Yeah. So it's, I don't know, you have to, sometimes it doesn't make sense to other people. Most people will be like, if you're married, buy a house together and your children get blended. Or, you mix your homes together, and Spirit's saying, like, it doesn't have to be like that. What works for you? In your relationship, you guys are the only ones that matter. So what works for you or what works for your family? And, okay, I'm here now. I can end the reading. Now I can stop the reading. So, and as I said that, the candle's almost all the way out. So good timing. I love that. So yeah, I'm seeing it like this too. Embrace the new beginning. So sending you guys lots of love. I do hope it works out, because I think there's a lot of fun and playful energy to be explored in the read, or in the partnership. And I think it's like, be free and be open to new ideas and exploring new ideas between the two of you. Okay. Yeah. Sending you all my love. Hoping you are well. Stay blessed. Take care. And until next time, bye.